So, it's something that's been not eating away at me. It's something that just, when I see it, it never fails to bother me. Is how women, saying women's giving them really too much credit. How girls say that they're a geek or a nerd. I'm not gonna get into the semantics of what constitutes a geek or a nerd. I'm just gonna use geek as an overlying thing, just to cover everything. But it bothers me when women, I did it again, girls and TV shows who want to convince you that a character is a total nerd, and then they're like, oh, they like Star Wars, or she's like, I like Star Wars. And that doesn't make someone a geek, you know? Like, a lot of people like Star Wars because it's a really fun movie when it came out, and it still is. It's great camp. There's no getting around. It's just a really good movie. The original three, yeah. The Phantom Menace I did not like. 2 was better. 3 was pretty good. That's not the point. Let's see what like makes someone a geek is that passion that you see in them when they talk about whatever they are, just insurmountably just into it. They're just like, yes, like fucking like Star Wars, for example. Like liking it doesn't make you geek, but that person who reads all the books because they love it and they they bleed R2D2. I don't even know what that means. I could have said something else, like whatever. It's not the point. That's what makes you a geek. It's just that excitement, that passion, that fiery, excited passion that one has when they're just like, whoa, fucking a new Star Wars game. Hold the phone, because this is about to get awesome. It's like, ooh, like it's that indescribable when you make weird noises because you're just looking forward to it so much. It's just that thing when you see that Mass Effect 3 trailer and that Thrasher Mod pops out and it grabs that Reaper ship and you're like, oh, I can't wait to get Mass Effect. Ooh, it's just that. It's that excitement, that fire. I got myself excited. I want Mass Effect 3 now. And you could do this. That's how you could pretty much tell. Like, none of this, like, oh, that person dresses like that. Because being a geek or just like a geek or a nerd, or the perception of one, has become popularized by culture. Mainly when being a hipster, you know. I guess that's what it's most commonly associated with. You know, pants, bow ties, because bow ties are cool. And just like, I guess high school girls who like wear the Pokemon shirt with the Pikachu on it, and then they like Pokemon really, and they think Star Wars is cool that one time they saw it, you know, but they don't really know the characters. Like, yeah, it's Luke Skywalker and Darth Maul, his father, you know, like they're not that familiar with it, you know. They're like, oh, I'm a total nerd. I'm like, nah, you're not. Like, show me that. Oh, somebody's texting me. Oh. It was just my phone telling me my battery is low. Of course. Andy Hoozle. So yes, that is just about the end of my rant, I guess. It's just, I don't know. You know, it has to. I don't know, I wish I could explain this. I mean, you guys get it, but there has to be another way of, like, where more people can not rationalize. Just, I'm stupid because I forget words, so I'm just not. You know what? That latter part I just said, just forget about it. It didn't even happen. Yeah, I didn't. So, man, it's like I'm letting the weird hate just seep in now. Where I just want to go up to them and just be like, no, you're doing it wrong, man. You know. Just that weird, unbridled geek rage, which it's something that I've been guilty of, and it's embarrassing. Like, I find it weird how, like, Hollywood's like, oh, being a geek is it's cool when, I mean, this is just my personal belief, is that it really isn't. It's it's the same thing as being overly excited about sports. Like, people who just love sports are geeks. There's no getting around that. They're just the biggest geeks. If anything, more bigger than regular geeks, because they, like, every Sunday they watch the show, and they put on the uniform, they put on their costume, and then they paint their face. It's just something that happens. They're just clearly bigger geeks. Like, man, when I'm about to watch Doctor Who, I'm not like, oh, gotta put on my bow tie and my suspenders and, oh, where's my sonic screwdriver? Like, I don't do that. I don't put on my Spock ears when I want to watch Star Trek. It's because that's weird. But the point being, just being a geek it's just not cool. And I think that's the fun part about being it, is that when you're a geek, it's like you're in your own club that other geeks are a part of. And it's fun. It's like you could talk to each other and you understand. Like, it's like, why is that person jumping around just so excitedly? And they'll just look at you and be like, Skyrim. And they'll be like, oh, I get it, because that game's about to come out. But that game's already out, but it's just an example. And now I feel like I've been robbed of that, or like us geeks have been robbed of just that thing where it's like, oh, we're in our own club and this is fun, and no, you cool kids cannot be a part of it with your leather jackets and your smoking of your cigarettes and the Ivan Glavin. You just can't be a part of that. But now it's like, oh, this hipster, like, look at him, he's dressed kind of geeky or nerdy or whatever. Or he saw Revenge of the Nerds and was like, I'm gonna dress like him, but more stylish. And I've been robbed. There's no way of saying it. I've just been robbed of being able to be in my own club. And it has its advantages, Women are more accepting of it. Who knows? But thank you for listening to my almost 8-minute rant. Wouldn't it have been amazing if I rapped everything I said? Holy shit. Next time. Well, goodbye. Y'all come back now, you see?